Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 3 of the KKRLA Postseason Tournament semifinals between the number 3 Sokena Producers and the number 2 Kena Gamers. Today, for this game, we see who takes the lead in the series and gets closer to winning the series. Will it be the Sokena Producers or the Kena Gamers? Right now, we find out. And the first kickoff will start us with the ball over on the Kena Gamers side, picking up some very high speed and velocity. So Kena Producers almost having their first goal right there. I mean, even if you know you can't get the goal, you can still try to go for shots. Kena Gamers almost having their first goal, so the shots will match. And the reason why shots are good is that if overtime goes on for 5 minutes, whoever wins, how that determines the win is by shots. Now, this is only in the tournaments, not the actual regular season games, because if that happens in a regular season game, it'll just be counted as a tie. But if this happens in the tournament, what will happen is that Kena Gamers might have their first goal here, it's pushed away. But what happens is that it's counted up by shots. Now, if you hit up the ball in the air and it is, so Kena Producers might have their first goal here. Nope, it's pushed away. But if you have more shots, you will win. But if the ball is pushed up, Kena Gamers with their first goal, put this game closer in their hands. But what I was saying is that if you have more shots, it will win you the game. We're here looking at the second kickoff. I'll explain more about the 5-minute rule as the ball is hit up more in the middle over on the Sokena Producer side. Basically, if you hit up the ball before the 5-minute mark and it goes in, you get the win no matter if you don't have the most shots. But if it hits the ground, no matter if it's 5:01 or at the 5-minute mark, it is not counted. Even if you do slam it in there with the bounce. If it hits the floor, that's bad. If it hits the wall, that's okay. You can still play that off of that. You can't let it touch the ground. Kena Gamers looking to get their second goal to really put this series closer for them. So Kena Producers trying to find a way to put it in the Kena Gamers side. It's slowly making its way. It's in the Kena Gamers side more definitely now. So Kena Producers are trying to look for their first goal. They can't get it. It's pushed away by one of the Sokena Producers' own players. Kena Gamers trying to look for their second goal. And they almost seem to get it. It's just off, hitting in the corner, basically rimming out. Now on the Kena Gamers side, so Kena Producers will get their first goal. That's what it's if you see in the replay here. You can see that he bounces it off of one of the Kena Gamer players to put this game back in a tie. Now we're going to see who can make this goal, or if we're just going to be scoreless for the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Overtime, or who knows what. It's hit over in the Kena Gamer side, it looks like, by the Sokena Producer players. Kena Gamers push it away as it's almost a goal. And if we look here at the shot counter, if you look in this section, we add up the shots, that's 4, that is also 4, so they're tied in shots. Now, how do you determine the game if they're tied in shots? That is something I haven't thought of, to be honest. But either we see if one player has more shots than the other player, or we just just let the game play out. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there's a player with way more shots. Like say the player with the most shots on the other team has 2, and the player with the most shots on the other team has 5. That'd give Sokena Producers the win. So maybe it would be better for each team if they had a player who has more shots. Sokena Producers almost had their second goal right there, but it's just pushed away. Everyone dogpiling, trying to get this ball. Kena Gamers seem to be in scramble mode as they're trying to get their second goal to put this series back in their hands. As they did win the first game, leaving the Sokena Producers scoreless 2-0. And then in the second game, we saw the Sokena Producers come back with a 2-1 win. Not in overtime, but it was a win. Ball is hit up and away. Trying to look for their last second goal. Kena Gamers getting it over on the Sokena Producers side. Can they get this last second goal? Up in the overtime. Now if the ball's up, it's over in the Kena Gamers side. If we look at our shot counter, it is 5-4. Kena Gamers looking for that goal. They grab it, hitting it off the Sokena Producer player to get it up in the air. The Kena Gamers will take this game 2-1 in overtime, putting the series now 2-0 in the Kena Gamers' hands. We're gonna see if the Sokena Producers can come back, or if the Kena Gamers can seal the deal. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in Game 4.